Hello, everyone. Sue.oneschuk here, continuing the workbook lessons in A Course of Miracles. And today we're on lesson 260. And the lesson for today is, let me remember God created me. And it begins with the prayer, Father, I did not make myself, although in my insanity, I thought I did. Yet as your thought, I have not left my source, remaining part of who created me. Your Son, my Father, calls on you today. Let me remember you created me. Let me remember my identity. That's an identity with a capital I, my holy self. And let my sinlessness arise again before Christ's vision, through which I would look upon my brothers and myself today. Now is our source remembered, and therein we find our true identity at last. Holy indeed we are, because our source, God, can know no sin. And we, who are his sons, are like each other and alike to him. So, in reflecting on this course today, or on this lesson, I'm reminded that everything that is not of God generates or results in guilt, in fear, in suffering, and in pain. And this lesson is reminding us again that our true identity is God, is that God created me. God created my brothers and sisters. And that my true identity is love. Only love created me. Only love created us. And I'm reminded that love is mine, our true nature. That's our truth. And anything other than this is not true. It's only a belief that we've taken on. And anything other than this, again, is living in separation, separated from God, from our God self, from our holiness, from the holiness of our brothers and sisters. So, as we continue to do this work, we are undoing anything and everything from our past beliefs that are all generated from the ego thought system that keeps us separate. It's undoing of our past and our present stories that keep us separate. So they keep us separate from our brothers and sisters. So you want to look back or look in the present moment. Where are you still holding unforgiveness towards your brothers and sisters, such as your parents, any of your family members, any others in the world, any other friends, maybe the medical system, that those who work in it, the politicians, financial world? Just take a look. Where are you placing blame over there? Those are all your brothers and sisters as well. Where are you staying in that victimhood? which is all, again, generating more and more self-betrayal. Betraying who I are, who we are, I put it that way, who we are as God created us. So it's all about undoing. As I said, our past and our present stories that keep us separate. And just take a look today. Really take a look. Where are you holding on to something? Where have you really generated a story? Where are you holding on to, again, something about another that this doesn't jive with you and making them wrong? So in looking at all of this, again, this is the course. We do this with the Holy Spirit. We surrender it all. We give it all to the Holy Spirit. You know, if we are continuing to attempt to undo this with the ego is going to perpetuate the suffering, the problems. Gonna watch, just observe the stories. Again, judgment. Really go, it's to go deep and look at what it is you're afraid of. It's all, again, in the dream and in the illusion. And the truth is, we are created by God. We're created by love. And love is all that's real. Again, that's the truth of who we are. We haven't got to that because there's a process of undoing the ego thought system. So I want to read from the Workbook Companion. That I haven't done this for a while, but there's something in that I thought today would assist further in the practice of this lesson. And it's a Workbook Companion by Robert Perry and Alan Watson. And there's a section here on that commentary. You know, I mentioned in here about our insanity. It's the first line, Father, I did not make myself, although in my insanity, I thought I did. And again, it starts here in their commentary saying, again, in our insanity, we thought we made ourselves. And perhaps we grudgingly acknowledge God as the original creator. And yet, we all believe that since that time. We have been the primary factor in shaping our own lives and destiny. So we must believe that if we believe in sin. Would God create sin? Yet if he did not, and sin exists, then who made it? So whether or not we consciously admit it, it says here, we do believe that we made ourselves. If we believe we are anything other than totally innocent and perfect, and I'll say that again, if we believe other than our brothers and sisters are totally innocent and perfect. And in summary, we think that God created us. We screwed things up. I'm going to read that again. Yet, would God create sin? Yet if he did not and sin exists, who made it? So whether or not we consciously admit it, we do believe that we made ourselves. If we believe we are anything other than totally innocent and perfect, in sum, we think that God created us, we screwed things up. And yet the Course would agree, we have not left our source. God is all there is, and everything that is in him. We are still part of God. Therefore, we cannot be what we think we are. That's from the ego perspective. We cannot separate ourselves from God as we think we have. And separation not only never happened, it cannot happen. We only believe that it has happened. And if we simply remember God created us, we will simultaneously remember our identity, our true self, our holy self. Just as the nature of the sunbeam is defined by the nature of the sun, so are we defined by our source God. And this is what Christ's vision shows us as we look upon our brothers and sisters and ourselves. We are all sinless and holy because our source can know no sin. We just continue in that insanity and play these foolish games. Says it earlier in some other lesson, and we play these childish games. We are therefore like each other and alike to him, to God. Let me remember today that God created me. My source God defines what I am. I am not defined by my past, by my upbringing, by unkind words or unkind deeds, nor are my brothers or sisters defined by theirs. Remember, that includes everyone in our lives. Again, as I've said earlier, our family members, our friends, and any other human in this world. We are, all of us are defined by God. And what we are is his perfect son. So that is lesson 260. Let me remember God created me. Right. I hope that helps you in your practice today. And I look forward to being with you in the next video for the next section is starting with what is the body. We'll go over that. And then we'll be also reviewing lesson 261. So in the meantime, please go below this video and push the like button. Appreciate your comments. Thank you. And please share this out. There are people looking for, again, as I've said, the principles and the practices of this course for their lives. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I think that's it. Oh, here was one more thing. Thank you for your donations. And please go below if you so feel moved to do so. You can find under the description here, under this video, how to go ahead and proceed with donating. All right. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And until the next video, as I said, for lesson 261 and also the topic, what is the body? Until then, from my heart to yours, I extend much love to you. Bye for now. Have a love-filled day.